Hello and welcome back to Summerfield Shore Amusement Park here in Let's Play Planet Coaster on Theme Park Worldwide. It is indeed episode 5 and this park has progressed massively over the past couple of episodes, really coming together nicely now. And yeah, I'm going to start off behind the scenic railway coaster here just by putting in some more footpaths and things just here. Now what's coming up in this episode? So I'm going to be putting in the gardens area that I've spoke about a few episodes now. I've been saying that I'm going to do these gardens, what are sort of inspired by parts like Tivoli Gardens, Liseberg, of course. That's got like the top section up on the hill, what's got some really nice landscaping where they put in that new carousel and stuff. So yeah, I'm sort of going down that route, and I'm thinking about putting in this big Ferris wheel in here as well. So I'm not thinking like the small one that you can get in the game. I'm talking about the big one, like Mickey's Fun Wheel or whatever it's called now. Pixar Pal Around, is it? On Pixar Pier in California Adventure. One of those big wheels where, of course, you've got the normal gondolas on it, but some of them as well, where it's a bit like a roller coaster and it'll slide side to side. So here it is just here, and I sort of mess about a lot now. It's quite funny, this is watching it sped up, because this just goes to show how much positioning really means to me inside these parks. I spend about a minute now just looking at it from different angles and thinking, oh, it just doesn't quite look right there, or does it need moving to the left a bit? And then I finally place it, which I did there, and then I think, no, hang on a minute, I'm trying to line it up with the tall section, the highest part of the scenic railway, and bringing it back again, and I've put it in place. And you'd think, there you go, Sean, you've decided where it's going to go, it's staying. But then I go on the tools and move it a little bit, and yeah, there you go, I decide that is the place for the wheel, and then I move it again. And I think, actually, yeah, that is the place. I think, was that it now? I think I'd finished messing with it. Literally about a minute of, oh no, yeah, a little bit more to the right. Honestly, precision is what this game's all about, but there we go, I've got it in there where I wanted it to go. Quite funny that, especially with it being sped up. But yeah, like this is going to be the back of the park. The Ferris wheel will be right at the back, and it's going to offer views over. I'm thinking about putting in all these mountains and stuff at the back just there. Maybe you could have them as sand dunes or something. And yeah, that's all going to be going at the back. I've just cleared a bit of space on the right hand side there. You're probably thinking, ooh, what's that going to be for? Well, you'll find out in the next episode with that one, because I'm going to be building another ride there, and it's something that I've spoke about a few times. So yeah, I'll reveal it to you a little bit later on in the episode. Let's see if you can guess what it's going to be. But yeah, a ride is going to go on there. Think about that square, like little plaza area that I've put in. It's going to have a few rides actually. And then what could go at the back there, and why would I have cleared some of the mountain for it? So yeah, and I'll let you know later on in the episode what that's going to be. But yes, this is going to be all gardens. There's going to be no rides at all down here. Some of you, if you've not been to one of these amusement parks where like Tivoli for example, that's got a lot of space where there's not really rides and it's just stuff to walk through, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, what a waste of space. But honestly, it really adds to the parks, and with it being this vintage classic style amusement park that I'm building just here, it was a really important part of the design for me to have a space where there isn't really any rides other than this Ferris wheel, which is at the back of the area anyway. It's not like it's right in the middle. You know, it's this massive area where there's going to be loads of benches. I'm going to put benches pretty much all the way around the outside of these paths. Some really nice floral displays. We'll have to get Alan Titchmarsh down here from Ground Force the Ride at Phantasialand. If you don't know what I'm going on about, if you watched the vlog from Phantasialand, not the one from Christmas, but when we last went in the summer and went on the splash battle, it's quite funny. We filmed it a couple of years ago, and we called it Ground Force the Ride there, Splash Battle, because literally there's all like just all plants and everything growing all around it. It's quite funny. Like obviously down that end of the park at Phantasialand, they're not allowed to make any noise because there's all the houses nearby and everything. It's sort of down the end of the park where they're building the new flying coaster, but a little bit further down, all the area was closed off over winter because obviously nobody really wants to ride a Splash Battle in Germany in December. Nobody really wants to ride a splash battle anyway, do they? Let's be honest. I mean, these splash battles in Europe at some of the parks, the only one where I think it works really is Portaventura, because it's in Spain and they have some really nice weather. But Battle Galleons at Alton Towers, for example, I mean, what's that ride? It's 11 years old this year, isn't it? Got out, yeah, opened in 2008, all of Mutiny Bay. God, it's crazy. But yeah, it's a bit of an interesting choice, wasn't it, a splash battle there? But yeah, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? But yeah, talking about the landscape landscaping and everything just here. Going for some really nice displays. This one here, for example, using lots of different colours and putting them around the edge and gradually working it in towards the middle. There's going to be some little bits of lakes around here, some really nice fountains and things on there as well, and yeah, some statues, lots of lights through here, more of your classic amusement park style lights I'm going to be putting in, and just generally a nice atmosphere, seating area. You'd have a bit of maybe a classical soundtrack playing around here as well, you know, and things. So I'll probably add that in. This is a park that I've not really mentioned it yet, but what I want to do with this one is actually open it for a few episodes and run it as an actual park. What I'm thinking is spending a lot more time showing you guys sort of all the staff in the game and everything like that. It's something that I've not done. I've always built the park and then on with the next, off we go. Whereas with this one, I'm actually going to spend a few episodes, you know, doing the operations, and that necessarily isn't going to come at the end. What I'm thinking is there's going to be another 2 episodes of me building things, and then I'm going to open the park up and keep it open. As long as the FPS can handle it, I'll keep it open. If it starts to lag and things, then I will close it again and then open it again at the end of once I've finished building, but the end of the series. But yeah, like I do plan on actually opening the park maybe in 2 episodes time, once I've built the next ride that I want to do and what I've said for a while, and then a couple more bits on this sort of square plaza. I think we should open it and get some people in and see how the guests react to the rides in the park and the paths and everything. That's the beauty of Planet Coaster compared to something like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where, you know, you had a lot of lagging and stuff on the paths. It meant that you did have to test it or build as you go because guests got confused. You know, the guests weren't that advanced in the game. You know, you put like a major ride in one corner of the park and put like little cute paths like what I've done here to get to it, or your guests would start just lagging in the corner and things, which was never fun. But, you know, it was RCT. It's a classic and it's still one of my favourites. I still play Roller Coaster Tycoon too, you know, a lot of the time anyway. Sometimes on a night or whatever, once I've finished playing Planet Coaster for the evening, I might just play an hour or so on Roller Coaster Tycoon because it's an easy to play game, isn't it? And there's something very satisfying about it still. You know, obviously with Planet Coaster, you've got to you got to be in the mood, haven't you, before you play Planet Coaster. You got to think, right, I've got a few hours to commit to it, whereas with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, you can just whack it on and have good fun, can't you, straight away, you know, which is good. But yeah, lots of flowers and stuff here. I'm liking it so far, what I've done. You know, obviously you've got to imagine the whole area done with all the flowers and everything. But yeah, it's coming together really nicely. Now, I did ask you in the last episode, of course, we built a roller coaster in the last episode, and I said, you know, get your names coming in for it. So yeah, we've got some names for the side friction coaster that was built in that last episode, just whilst they were on. I do like these like jesters with the fountain going across. I do like those. Classic. Remind me of the frog fountains at Alton Towers on Tower Street. But yeah, lots of names were sent in by you guys. Some brilliant suggestions. I'd say we've had more name suggestions for this coaster than anything so far in this new series with doing the vintage park, or as we of course got the name, Summerfield Shore Amusement Park. It's down the bottom left corner now, as you can see down there. I've added that in. But yes, let's have a look at the name that I selected for the side friction coaster, and it's come from YouTube user James E.M, who said that I should call the side friction coaster Schlitten Dips. I did say Schlitten because one of the languages spoken in Switzerland is German, and of course Schlitten means sleigh, which works because of the snowy mountains around it, and lots of vintage coasters use the word dips, like the world's oldest operating coaster, Leap the Dips. There you go. So yeah, we've gone for Schlitten Dips for the name of that. It rolls off the tongue for most people. You know me and my pronunciation, it's awful. But yeah, I really like that. So big well done to James E.M for your name for the side friction coaster, Schlitten Dips. And I'm going to be adding that in on quite a lot of signage and stuff around there. So feel proud when you see it. Drop us a comment on this video and let us know that you know that I've picked your name. I really like it. Of course, I need name suggestions. Keep them coming in. We can name this new Ferris wheel. Just hear what I've put in. It doesn't just have to be called Ferris wheel. So get your names coming in for that. And yeah, I'm definitely going to need a name for the attraction, what I'm going to be building. I'll reveal it now for you. We're nearly 10 minutes in. I'm going to build the ghost train next. That's the plan. It's going to be a traditional ghost train using the traditional ride cars that you can get in the game. It's not going to be like using massive advanced effects and things, real simple effects, a bit like the classic ghost train at Blackpool Pleasure Beach that I absolutely love. I wouldn't change it at all if I owned that park. I love it to bits. That's why I like stuff like the river caves and things. As much as river caves needs updating in terms of cleaning up and stuff, I wouldn't want them to like take all the charm away from it. We had enough of that, in my opinion, when Wallace and Gromit came in. I know it's a bit of a controversial decision, but I'm not a big fan of Wallace and Gromit at Pleasure Beach. I know it was quite well done, but I just wish that they didn't replace the classic. I loved the gold mine, you know. I just don't think that should have gone, really. But I understand parks have to develop and things. As Walt Disney once said, you know, as long as there's imagination left in the world, Disneyland will never be complete. And I think a lot of parks use that to this day, and especially when space is concerned, especially like Pleasure Beach. I mean, you know, you look how much room Disney have got at Walt Disney World and their other properties, not so much in Anaheim, but, you know, things have to go sometimes to make way for new things, and I understand that, but I just kind of wish that, you know, it didn't go IP based with Gold Mine. But yeah, with this ghost train going in, I think it'll be a really nice addition to the park. My first classic dark ride of a few that I'm going to do. I've got plans for this log flume. It's going to be nothing like Valhalla or anything like that. It's going to be, that wasn't sarcasm, by the way, it did sound a bit like it, but no, it's going to be nothing like Valhalla. It's going to have some indoor scenes and some outdoor scenes, and have a real old school river caves style feel to it as well, but with drops. Imagine river caves with drops and a little bit more of it outside, and a classic tunnel of love. I know someone commented the other week saying, oh, you should need to have a tunnel of love and things in it. So yeah, all that's to come. Very, very exciting. And as you can see here, I'm just adding in some hashtag rock work around the back just there, which is all natural. Like I say, all the rocks that I'm putting in are not sort of to be classed as fake theming. We're not talking like Big Thunder Mountain style here, you know how it's been put in. A lot of this is sort of like the rides have been worked round it. That was part of the natural landscape to the area, and that's what this whole episode is now, really. It's putting in all these different shrubbery, flowers. We'll go on to like some more benches and things and lights all around this area, but yeah, it's coming together really nicely so far. Very pleased with how it looks. Now, over the past couple of episodes, I've also said to you guys, what would you like to see me do out the front of the park? I know a lot of people want me to build a pier going out to the water, going out to sea, and I really do like that idea. Even if there's only a couple of rides on it, I think a pier would be a fantastic idea. Hey, it rhymes. It wasn't even intentional. I didn't have it wrote down that or anything. Oh, that's crazy. But anyway, yeah, a pier would be a good idea straight out from the park. What I'm thinking is building like a bit of an indoor area on the front section of the park in front of the scenic railway, putting in maybe one or two indoor rides, restaurants, that sort of thing, and then having the pier go out and put a couple of rides down at the end, maybe have it cross over like the promenade, crossing over the road and stuff. You know, I think it'd be quite nice. Yeah, so I think I am going to go with that idea. It's not going to be like anytime soon within the next 2 or 3 episodes or anything, because there's a few other bits I want to do first. Like I say, next episode, the ghost train. Following on from that, it's going to be building the front entrance to the park, and also finishing off this new sort of square area that I've put in, and then it's going to be opening the park, and you know, and seeing how that runs, and then it's sort of going to be from there, maybe building this Schwarzkopf looping coaster. Then I'll probably save that until then, and also a few other bits as well, like this log flume that I want to do now, this idea of a pier. Yeah, it's all coming together, you know, and I'm really liking it so far, and the size of the park, it's actually going to end up being a little bit bigger than what I was originally intending it to be. I didn't think it was going to be as big, but I've managed to fill it out quite a bit with like trees and landscaping that I wanted it to have. You know, I didn't want it to be like Pleasure Beach in terms of it not really having many trees and stuff around. Like I say, it's more like Liseberg that's got some really nice landscaping, and also Tivoli. You know, I love all the big trees and stuff around Tivoli. Going back to what I'm doing just here, just putting in some lighting now all around the gardens and things. Really pleased with how this looks. A really nice area with the backdrop of that big wheel that I've put in. And yeah, like lighting's quite a big thing. In fact, in a moment, I'm going to go back to real time, not sort of sped up footage, and show you some of the park, just what we've done so far, a bit of a recap, and look at the park in the dark as well. Because I know a lot of people send the comments, Sean, we really want to see it in the dark. Of course, I read all of your comments comments. Every single day I devote time to looking at the comments and also replying to you guys as well. So, you know, I always want to make sure that I do that. As the channel's got bigger over time, I've always made sure that I've got that time there. No matter how big it gets, I'll always have time to read the comments and give you guys some hearts and replies, because I love it. You know, without your support, then the channel wouldn't be what it is today. It wouldn't exist, would it? You know. But yeah, we'll go to that in just over a minute or so's time. But yeah, looking at this just here now, more of these nice archways and things going in here. It's just such a nice chilled area. I wish more parks did this. I love going into the gardens at Alton Towers, and I will do a video on it this year. I did say I was going to do like a history video on Alton Towers last year in 2018, but I just never got round to it. I had that much stuff going on. But yeah, 100% I'll do it early season this year, like April sort of time, go into the gardens and the towers ruins whilst they're open and do like a history video at Alton Towers, because I know a lot of people were really interested in seeing that last year, but I just didn't get round to it. Lots of different things going in around the paths and things here. Obviously we've got the bins to go in now, and also the benches which are going round. Probably you know, more benches than you'd expect on normal paths. A lot of benches, but like I say, I'm not expecting like traffic to be massive with pedestrians on some of these, because there's that many different paths going through. Hopefully that'll spread the crowds out, meaning that we can have loads of benches everywhere, you know, at every corner, so people to sit down and enjoy the ambience of this area. And you can see some nice vintage bins going in to go along with the vintage benches that we've got there. But yeah, instead of being sped up then, let's go back to real time, and let's go for a little look through what we've done so far and have a look at the park in the dark to conclude this episode. Right then, let's have a little look at what we've done then over the past 5 episodes. I've also set the rides into testing mode, just so we can sort of see them going round whilst we're having a look round the park. Firstly in the light and then in the dark. Yeah, first look down here at the bottom at Merry Motorway, named by one of the viewers of Theme Park Worldwide. Of course, the classic vintage cars down there with the small carousel as well. Obviously, I'm going to put the big one in somewhere else at some point as well, along with, before we open, putting in all the different food units into these buildings as well. Yeah, let's have a little just look round all of it really. Obviously this is where I'm talking about maybe doing a building sort of here and then coming out onto a pier down the bottom here. Let me know your thoughts, I'd love to know. Obviously all this is going to be landscaped going into this big square plaza area. A couple of flat rides I'm thinking here, maybe like a Dodgems and stuff as well. And then at the back, this is where the ghost train is going to be on a quite a small footprint just at the back here. Don't really want it going any further back than sort of there. And then we'll put some more trees and stuff behind it. Obviously carrying on around here, thinking maybe the Schwarzkopf looping coaster is going to go on a site just up here. I'm not going to go with like a standard layout though. I'm going to do like a nice custom layout for it. Of course, down the bottom here, we've got the Wild Mouse. You have to just ignore how close the cars are and things at the moment, just because I've not sort of spread everything out yet, set the timings on things for when trains are dispatched and things. That'll all come before the park opens. But this is probably my favourite angle of the park. Zooming out there, you just get the chair swings in. And now the Ferris wheel at the back really complements that. Looks fantastic. We've got the fun house here, of course, on the right-hand side. The interior on that still to be done. All the building for the cable car here on the left-hand side. And of course we've got the area just up here where we've now got the named Schlitten Dips. I'm going to change all the signage and stuff here before we open the park and get this sort of all named up. Still a few more details to add around this area. I want to put some more fountains and stuff in this water, and some more lighting needs to go around there as well. And of course the gardens that we just built here. Look at that, really nice angle, especially when you're going up the lift hill there on the scenic railway. Look out to the left. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? Especially having this nice little bridge down here, what connects like our little Swiss area over to the gardens. And yeah, you can walk along there, all the nice photo points and everything. Really liking it. I think it looks really good, but an amusement park really comes to life in the dark, doesn't it? So if we turn this to PM, here we go. Look at this. Oh wow, that is really nice. Bear in mind there's still a lot of lighting and stuff to add in places, but scenic railway with its nice pink and blue colour scheme. Obviously we've got Merry Motorway down here with all its nice archways and stuff over the track. Oh, it looks really good. Wild Mouse looks quite intimidating with the red, doesn't it? All the nice billboards all lit up on the side. All the buildings in the back, like the scenic railway station. I think we need some more spotlights on the front of that Ferris wheel. That'll come. The amusement park sign all lit down here. That's a really nice angle, isn't it? Just looking back over the park. Schlitten Dips is all lit up down here as well. Got some orange lighting on there just to fit with the whole feel of it. Like I wanted quite a warm feel going on with the track to fit with very cold surroundings. And you'll get some great views when you're up here on the chairlift going over there. Yeah, lots more details to come around that area yet. And of course, yeah, we crossed the nice bridge, the lit up bridge, into the gardens. That really nice chilled out atmosphere down here. And there's no one even in the park yet, and I really like the feel of that. And of course, we've got our classic big wheel that yet to be named, so get your names coming in for that. But there you go, we've reached the end of the episode 5. I think for 5 episodes, the park looks really good, and you sort of get a good idea on where it's all going to go now. The plan is for the park not to go any further back than that, and then sort of expand a bit more down here, maybe a bit more on this side, and yeah, happy days really. But I'll see you for episode 6, so make sure you tune into that here on Theme Park Worldwide, and thank you very much for all of your support with our Let's Play Planet Coaster series. It's great to see that you're all enjoying it so far. I'm Sean Sandbrook, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.